Hello guys,
It's
it's
Isa,
us again. I hope the stream is working. I fiddled with my sound settings a bit.
Hello guys, it's us
This
again.
time without Bubsy, the Bobcat.
There we go. So does it work for you?
No.
Actually, can you say something?
Hello
Just say-
guys, I'm the guy
Love me,
streaming with
tender.
LizardTaro, and it's cool to play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice.
Anyway, next time I don't
I
edge
think
with
you guys
Michael
sound
Jackson.
echoey again on my end. Oh well.
Next time I
Why?
come with Michael Jackson and then I can sing Beat It.
Oh yeah, right, now we ended it with a cliffhanger, sort, I guess.
With Darian.
This is it.
Today's
Isn't
the
it
day it all
reaching-
goes down. And then there was yesterday. This meeting is over! Sorry! Just give us 5 more minutes, we can call them back after that. Sorry, no go! Come on, piano boy! We're leaving!
Darian, wait!
I never liked you, either of you! Huh?
Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us.
He probably knows something.
He didn't want us to hear what Machi had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Ah! What was that?
He is
Is
heard,
weird but unseen.
but unseen.
Who's that talking?
Von
Wayland
Grummer!
I exclaimed as he walked in through the door. Normally.
You aren't a witness today, are you, Uncle Valent?
A preposterous proposition. How could I stand to? How could I stand to stand upon the stand? Stand. Why? My secrets would be free for the pick plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day.
Oh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed. I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over.
Express myself. Wow, that's a great saying there. Amazing.
This guy is a joke.
Yeah.
But before I go, a word of warning. I have killed. A Grand Grimoire's glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth.
Glamour?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. My Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell.
Destroy object.
There he goes.
You sure seemed happy about that illusion thing.
Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. Big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things like people or the Alpha Tower, anything really.
It skipped there for some reason. So he was talking about what we saw at the concert.
Lamoureux's disappearing act.
And Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar.
I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened.
Well, it's about time. Shall we go?
Objection.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Yes? The scheduled starting time for the trial has been changed.
Lol.
The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh? Did something happen? This is a first. It was by the judge's request, some urgent personal business.
What could it be?
Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. The hospital? I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning. The Chief Justice's son.
Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning, the judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper.
Is this a real picture? On
If you care to read
What is
about it
this? Oh, wait.
yourself.
in balls.
Wow.
Balls. Oh.
Incurious? Where have I heard that before?
Curtis and Curtis. Oh.
I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV guide page to me.
Try not to lose the page of the funnies if you can. The funnies.
Julie 10:30 a.m.
Uh-huh! Wow, it starts immediately! My apologies
Wow.
for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how do you say this name again?
Maki Tobaye, our suspect
Machi
fortissimo.
Tobaye.
Right, that guy. It's his trial in any case. The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock. Motherfucker.
Is something wrong, Your Honor? No, well, yes. It's just I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Incuratus, was it? That article said there's no known cure.
Except the egg. Herr Judge, let me say with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now it's not the time for tears. Asshole. Now is the time for law.
Indeed. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday.
I asked Interpol about that number. IPXX314206. The agent registered under this number was Romain Latouche.
Thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Crescent. It's a great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out.
Hold it!
Wait! Not the voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it.
It was him.
That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian.
No way!
Disgusting face.
Quite a sensational ending. Who would have thought Darian would guest star in the season cliffhanger as a suspect?
I'll ask the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings.
Darian Croissant is a member of my band, the Gavineers. He is also a detective, making the current charge a serious indeed. Yet, after investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges.
And your reason is?
Weren't you aware, Herr Forehead? Ugh. He has impeccable alibi.
An alibi?
Let us review the facts again, shall we?
Oh, that took a while, Mr. Gavin.
The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. The Gavineers ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself and Lamoire and Maki, along with the drummer and basses for a total of 5. The shooting in the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Lamoire and the defendant Maki Tobai had left the stage at that point, and the Gavineers were already rocking. And then I died. This is when the 2 shots rang out of the scene of the crime. Shots heard to Detective Emma and Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you helped them too, right?
I sure did.
Furthermore, Lamoire herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps should say she heard the moment of the crime. When she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche and Detective Croissant talking.
Oops.
What was that?
Oopsie
That's
daisy.
impossible! Detective Croissant was.
Precisely, Detective Curzon was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. But too bad, he fucking sucked! A perfect alibi!
Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true,
No.
when I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Darian Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged.
Which means that Lemoire was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true.
Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict.
Already.
If indeed there are no objections.
Objection!
He declares a verdict now.
Ugh, but Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Lamora might have been lying to protect Maggie. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait, what about yesterday in the detention center?
About the case? What about the case?
He wants to tell us about Mr. Latouse's death?
This meeting's over!
Darian?
Maggie was trying to tell us something, I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him under oath. Very well, the court finds the defendant, what was his name again? Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marcus or Mr. Justice. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness.
Exactly who else do you need to hear it from?
A witness who until now has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English.
You don't mean...
I do. The defense calls defendant Maggie Tobago to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English! English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? We use an interpreter.
Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases such as, I love you, and where's the toilet?
Great. Amazing. Oh my god. Defense would like to request Lamorais to interpret. Well, there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie? This is most unusual. Oh.
Bravo, Herr Forehead. Herr Judge, the prosecutor agrees with the defense request. If Lemoire lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that.
Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff! We show the defendant Lemoire to the witness stand. Ah!
Wow, they are very close together there. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed?
I mean, they need to be squished there.
Your
Stand
name?
isn't that huge. You know, it doesn't extend like in the Chronicles.
Yeah, like in the Great Chronicles. Your name to begin with, if you would, Lemoire. Yes. He says, Machi Tobaye, the defendant.
Oh, this is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really need an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. Huh? If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You caught the defendant in the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What do I want him to testify about? Ah, I hadn't thought that far yet.
Apollo! Aren't you going to ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday?
How can I if I don't know what he was saying?
Excuse me a moment, if I might speak.
Yes, Lemoire.
Just now, Maki said there is something about which he wishes to testify.
Nachi wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about?
One moment, please.
The suspense is killing me.
What? What?
What? What? Well, Lamora.
According to Maki,
He's gay.
he has
No, just kidding.
proof of his innocence.
Whoa, whoa, what? Oh, I'm getting a heart attack. Oh,
This is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it!
This is sounding too good to believe, and I know what that usually means. Oh, if that's true, then this is vital testimony. Lamora, Machi, please testify to the court.
Very well. He says that word of Mr. Latuse's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them.
Wow.
Well, what a great excuse, I guess.
I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics to the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely.
I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lamoire to know the meaning of that song.
Or use Google Translate.
What is that? What is that voice?
Nothing.
What voice?
Your mom is
Didn't you
also
hear
always
it?
talking, Dario.
Didn't you hear it?
Sometimes.
I wasn't hearing it, no.
No.
At least my mom is not coming in and...
Lamora! Did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
No!
I did tell him generally what the song was about,
About
but
love
never in
and...
so much detail. He never asked. Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead? Stiani. Lamoire might be
Stianis.
protecting the witness.
Well, anyway, let us proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony, I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where.
Oh.
It worked yesterday, it will work today.
I need to look closely at the people.
He says the word of Mr. Latuse's death came as a great shock.
Were Machi and Mr. Latouche close?
Yes, after we traveled. Hey! I couldn't read that. Lamoire, this is a Maki's cross-exam, not yours. But I knew the answer. This is a court of law. We'll play by the book. I understand.
And Prosecutor Gavin's tough is really tough.
Maki says he was a very good friend with Mr. Latouche. Mr. Latouche was always a gentleman, never angry. We got along quite well. I never dreamed something like this would happen. That's why I have a very neutral face. I have no reaction whatsoever. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, then I'm dead.
The guitar serenade, correct?
Yes, the crime followed the lyrics of the song. The theft of the keyring, the burning guitar, and the bullet. Bulletproof. Oh.
What was that?
He's dying.
What was that?
Damn it.
Hello?
Holy shit.
He
What's going
died.
I
Hello?
choked myself almost. This is
Lollipop.
why it could not have been me.
What?
Anaritsu. What happened?
I don't
He's
know.
dying now.
This is why it could not have been me.
He's choking on his lollipop.
Why, that is, he could not have done it.
I could not have done it, you mean...
It's very simple. Maki could have not done it. All the things that happened that day. For all those things followed the song's lyrics closely. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. Motherfucker.
Wouldn't it be difficult for him to perform without knowing the meaning of the lyrics?
He did not know what the song was about. Its mood, shall we say. This was enough to play by. I told him it was a song about guitar and love.
It's not actually the guitar that's in love, strictly speaking.
Oh, perhaps I misunderstood.
No, not really. Yours is also a valid interpretation.
Okay.
No, it is my fault. I am too used to singing in Burgundian. It is much easier than trying to understand these English lyrics.
Yay, I knew he was innocent.
I believe he is too, Trucy. I do.
What's wrong, Apollo? You got a tummy ache or something?
Something's hidden in that testimony. If it's the truth, I'll find it.
Fuck you.
It's probably this one. Let me perceive here.
But why? What could it be? What? You can only see his eyes with this thing?
I guess.
Look, it's...
But what about Machi? Maybe it's Machi. Because you can see his eye. Because you can see his eyes now. I don't know. Oh, look!
His eyes are moving.
Well, yeah, I mean...
It must.
Maybe he has nothing
Must be a
better to
reason
do.
why. Must be a reason why they show the eyes now in this one.
Oh, that was wrong, actually. Because, you know, the sound effect wasn't playing. Machi, you're
Gotcha!
telling the entire truth. I can see it as clear as day.
Maybe-
Perhaps my interpretation is at fault. Now he says I have no idea what you're talking about. You
Apollo,
stupid
neither of
idiot.
them looks uncertain at all.
Lamoir, it is not your interpretation that is to blame here. It is the lack of anything resembling intelligence in that wide forehead, you see?
You didn't have to interpret that for him. Looks like I pointed at the wrong spot. Really?
Weird.
Oh, I saw it.
Maybe you pressed too late or too early.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
could be. Let me try it again. Or maybe
Well,
I
it
wasn't
wasn't
focused enough. Maybe I have to focus it like this.
The moment it moves.
Look,
Did
and now it worked.
Well,
at least we don't get a penalty
and
for
now
a
it's
mistake.
Earthbound fight.
Machi. You can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her at the very moment Lamaras said the word English. Do you speak English? Why? Don't bother interpreting that. He understands me.
Energy. What's in English?
He's like me then if he.
Tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you?
English. What are you saying? Of course he can't.
Blah 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 blah.
Must he continue this charade?
Mr. Justice Maki says this.
Do we have evidence?
I know the word English.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Huh?
Before coming to this country, he heard me speaking English. He learned a name for this language, that is all.
Wow.
What? Give me a break.
Is that such an unusual word to understand?
Do you not know Espanol, for instance?
Nope, never heard of it. Well, yeah, but
I am sorry, but he truly does not understand your language. God damn it!
well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
KAIRI0294. An English is an American thing, haha.
America. Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? Well, I'm a defense attorney. It is simple, so simple it hardly requires an explanation. He read about it in the newspaper.
The newspaper?
Danarachu.
The Burgundian Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know. They have it already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
I was right.
What is wrong, Mr. Justice? Your eyes are all quite fierce of the sudden.
Matchy's lying. Maybe it's time to show them proof that he's lying.
We
So
can't
he's reading
read that.
the newspaper.
Yeah, it doesn't mention the lyrics, I guess.
But he's English. Wait. Can someone read this? It's so blurry.
Disease strikes.
Also, look at the upscale on the bottom left. The graphs there on the left.
Well, yeah, the
you can't
dots.
even read it.
Also, the dots are like kind of weird.
So what is the issue again? We need to find
How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
KAIRI0294. True.
True.
KAIRI0294. You got me there.
Did they report that?
I don't know. I can't read it.
Go to the newspaper again.
Oh wait, look! Article about the case. It doesn't mention the lyrics of Lamoureux's ballad. My goodness.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I wouldn't have known it without the description there. I have here a Virginian newspaper. The Virginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Indeed, there's a feature article about the case. Could you read this for me, Matchy?
Oh, scheiße!
That's right, it doesn't mention the lyrics!
What? What is all that about?
I'm sorry, Matchy. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in the Virginia newspaper. You're getting filtered again.
Maybe
You
I
still
don't get
haven't
filled at
figured
least.
out the filtering issue.
I don't know.
What does this mean?
Did you check the Discord settings with the auto sensitivity?
I don't see how it's possible. Oh, I know. He must have heard the lyrics when the police were doing the questioning, yes.
Yeah.
Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in the police questioning. I read the full report myself.
So the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less. The witness will explain himself. Oh my goodness. Woo, dodged a bullet there.
Is he sexist? Bucky says he says.
I'm gay, not or
Yes.
China.
It is true, I read the newspaper. But this is not where I learned of the lyrics. I was
Yeah,
mistaken.
of course.
No, I remember.
You remember?
He says he heard the lyrics from me.
Yeah,
For
now
some
from
reason.
you.
What? Is this true, Lamoureux?
Yes, I'm afraid I had to forgotten it myself. Then it looks like her forehead's been jumping to conclusions again.
Like it's
It seems so, yes. No. No! I was onto something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away. There's an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo?
If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue. If you must, you must. Very well, witness.
I understand.
wait. Did you do it? Are we to do it again? Is this
It was
new?
I
think
who
this is new.
explained that crime for this one. Hold what?
Exactly how much did you explain to Machi?
This is a question for me, yes?
This interpretation thing is getting old fast.
I told him that Mr. Lettuce had been killed, and why he was a suspect.
Yeah, Brusca. Brusca. Are you on Brusca? Dario?
Oh,
No.
Brusca.
I bet he didn't even read my chat, that's why he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Actually, no,
Damn.
I don't. I really don't. No, I have to look it up.
And I told him the crimes of that day followed my song.
What? My text-to-speech or Dario's or...
Oh, my text-to-speech. Wait, I don't have one.
Did you mention any particular words of the song relating to the case, such as hard?
Enrichu.
Yes, of course.
Mario's not working.
LOL! So only mine is working?
What?
Wow.
Yes, of course, I explained this. He was quite surprised.
Yay, I knew he was innocent.
I believe he is too, Trucy.
Is
I
this the
do.
same text again?
AIRI0294. Yet it's not working.
Bullshit.
Enrichu. Yet, I hear Taro's text-to-speech.
Well, at least you guys can hear it through me.
It's always something you can't see like this.
But I can hear it.
It's probably not the
But you can hear the sound, right? Wait, hold on. You know, like this one.
nothing happens on their eyes.
Oh,
What?
so
Was her mouth closed again?
AIRI0294. It's always something LOL.
but
Look, her mouth is closed again.
AIRI0294.
Does this mean something?
Hear the game.
Yeah, it's weird. But now it focuses on her throat.
Okay.
well, good.
Lamara. I'm currently cross-examining Machi. Why should you be uncertain?
Me? Uncertain?
Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court.
It was I who explained.
I see there is little point in trying to hide anything from you.
Lamora, are you indeed protecting someone?
That is not a question with a simple answer. To tell the truth, I do not believe it in myself. It is
Then allow me
over.
to answer for you.
Oh,
Lamora, you're
Bruska.
protecting...
Phoenix Wright.
Well,
You're protecting Gavin. No, this guy here. No. It can only be him.
Carry 0294.
Wouldn't this be too,
Test.
It can only be...
Of course, this would be the obvious choice, but, I mean, it can be Darian, I mean...
Lamora, you're protecting Matt.
Wow.
That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the clan followed the song.
Carry 0294. It's back.
It's back.
okay.
Okay.
It's back.
Bingo!
I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way.
My best
Machi, I
friend.
believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lamora lying on your behalf.
You can't speak English.
This is going to work. You have to trust me, too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English. You have to.
Oh, filtering. Maybe I should do this voice.
Witness! Is this true? Do you understand English?
Yes. Hello. Only.
Wait, hold
There's
on.
It's a bad voice. You sound like we are like a
Villain. He sounded like a villain.
Can you?
Yes.
You should do this.
A little
Oh,
only.
I hate this filter. I hate this filter.
Shut
hate
the
this.
fuck up.
What?
First he could
worse than
see,
my voice
now he
changer.
can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamoire.
No, I did not. It is quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding?
Last. This is last.
Where's your accent,
Can you tell us
Dario?
what really happened?
Where's your accent?
No,
Now she disappeared.
no shooting. I did no shooting.
So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct?
Apparently, the answer to that question
Isn't simple
either.
Great.
What? What? What?
You had your voice changer on and and it was like totally down pitched. But only
What
like
the
2
fuck?
words, like
What the
this
fuck?
isn't simple. That was like down pitched.
Huh? I didn't notice it actually.
You piece.
You make a highlight of that. I mean,
Okay, wait, hold on. Highlight and a marker. Alright.
gosh.
I was in my dressing room behind desk. Manager,
I was
he's on the
in
floor.
dressing room behind
Oh man.
desk. Manager. He
So
on
Dario-
the floor.
Yeah, there was
After the
text.
shooting, right?
There was text.
Then there is voice.
Voice? Or voices? Was it you and Emma Apollo?
So when Match went into the dressing room, Mr. Latouche had already been shot. And then we came to the door.
Panel. High up. I take off. Run away. Run away.
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
As a prosecution has upheld all along, no less. The defendant has admitted to being at the scene. Might we take this as a confession?
No! He's clearly denied that he did it.
No shooting. Manager on floor. Already on floor.
The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood the song lyrics. He was at the scene of the crime. This can only mean one thing. He is the shooter.
No, I'm not shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
Don't know the words for this.
He's clammed up, Apollo.
Then let's ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness? Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is.
What is this cocoon anyway?
The cocoon is the silk. Is a potent cure.
A cure? Well, Machi, are you a smuggler?
Sounds like you're dying.
He won't tell me.
That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Matchy, please tell us the truth for your own sake.
No! No more speak! Not to any of you!
So much for your precious trust, Herr Forehead.
Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him.
Regardless, this brings us to an impasse.
It does seem that the defense and defendant are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more of value should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. Actually, that's good because I need to pee. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed.
Why did you pee before the stream, man?
No more toilet! No more
Was
toilet!
enough time.
I need to pee. I'll be right back.
Okay, well, I'll also go to the toilet.
Remember, always go to the toilet before the stream, not
Yeah, I don't
before
care.
the stream.
Apollo! Justice!
That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some.
Believe I know shooting!
I believe I can fly.
Matchy claims Mr. Latouche was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it?
Suddenly, I hear revolver close, very close. Then I hear voice.
You heard gunshots?
Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Wait, you're
Burka.
saying you went into the dressing room
He's talking like me.
and found Mr. Latouche
That's what's
already
okay.
dead and then you heard shots? If that's true,
So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area? Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo. This thing suddenly appeared.
Huh.
Lol.
Yeah! Also
Look at that little
single-
bug, yeah. That single
that
line
single
there.
line there on the left. But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
I hear
This.
From magician.
You had the Steve filter.
Yeah,
again
no, okay,
for a
that, okay,
second.
actually, I did that on
What?
purpose. No.
Oh, no, yeah. I believe that.
Magician?
But the first one was, that was unexpected, actually.
Don't look at me.
A magician, huh?
Well, at least we are clear on one thing. Maggie didn't shoot Mr. Latouche.
Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? That one's going to go over well in court. Not!
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me.
I'll just pretend you misheard him every time. So, what do we do?
You sure you won't testify, Maggie?
Not talking! No!
Well, it was worth a shot.
Like Cocoon.
I think my sounds are funnier than
I
that.
can't go home.
Can't go home?
I can't go home to Borginia. I do not want to go home. The penalty for taking a cocoon from Borginia is death.
Raccoon Mario. Go on.
Go on.
Hello, Raccoon
on.
Mario.
Hello, Raccoon Mario.
That's right, it's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach.
That's the spirit, Apollo. So what's your plan?
If Machi won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone else?
I think we are out of time. Let's get back in there.
Right. Right.
Court is now back in session. Actually, where's this animation where they are all talking in court, like blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that intro.
Okay.
So now we agreed it with the judge immediately. You know.
Yeah, I know where
in the-
basic people are talking, but now here just
Yeah.
directly starts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
exactly.
It
That's
was
what I
like this. Maybe it's like this.
mean.
Maybe they were
Mr.
like, oh, this is
Justice.
pointless.
Have you sorted things out with the defendant?
I mean,
Yes,
usually
Your
he starts with, like, you know, smashing the hammer, you know? So everybody gets
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, kind of like this, yeah. Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk. Very well, so will he testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What?
What? Shame. And here I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor. A different angle? If Matching won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamara. Lamara?
Ugh. What are you up to now? I thought we determined yesterday that Lamour's testimony was insubstantial.
Substantial.
Insubstantial. There's nothing you can...
Lamara was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries. What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor. Assaulted? Someone wanted Lamara dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What?
Don't know about this?
I heard no such report.
Prosecutor Gavin,
Ugh.
why would anyone be out to kill Lamara? Can you think of a reason?
Well,
Think of how she's known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been? You don't think? I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latouche. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out. This scene, you know, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I know what you mean. So, am I to understand that this is what you're saying? Namely, that there's a nugget of truth in Lemoire's testimony? A nugget we have yet to uncover?
Exactly. If Lemoire was attacked, this has serious implications. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps she did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lemoire's testimony once more. Oh.
Lemoire, I must apologize. I wanted to use a fart sound and it didn't count. Fuck it. We must ask you to stand again and speak.
You need not apologize. I know that Maki is innocent. And I will do all that I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darien Crescent, yes?
What's so funny,
That is correct.
I just have to laugh.
Oh.
You know, because that fart sound didn't came.
I pressed, but
Dari wanted it so badly.
Ain't nothing but a
yeah, I wanted to. I pressed the button.
Love me.
Shut the
Tender.
fuck up. Yeah.
But instead,
Shut the fuck up. I can't hear Dari.
No.
But instead, you know, yours came where you first talk and then like, oh man.
Yeah.
Earlier too.
I heard it
PM
in the
is so fucking
background.
loud.
PM is so fucking loud.
Yeah, I need to.
Thou should talk louder than me.
I should turn
I'm
down.
trolling. No, I was trolling. I only troll now.
At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. Oh, fuck. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof.
But how much soundproof? That's the question.
But she says he heard the voices clear, remember? Clear. Sound, if it was...
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice. I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there.
There it is. It seems much you do not know.
And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, Your Honor.
Yes.
Whoa. Next testimony. What I heard.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. That was when I heard them, Mr. Latouche and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must hail someone, but I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony.
I am sorry. I am not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Oh, yet everything I've said here is the truth.
Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What happened to what you have said to have happened is impossible.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lamora was attacked because of this testimony.
Shut the fuck up!
What? Trucy?
Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool, but only for a
Then-
moment.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Mr. Justice, perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness. Oh, this is so bad. Oh my god.
Wow.
Coolly.
This is even a word, probably not.
I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, normally you would say in a cool way, probably, instead of coolly.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. Is something wrong?
I know I said hold it, but she's saying the same thing she said before. Mr. Justice! Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony. Now I know what they mean about the reckless youth these days.
The one in the red over there is a shining example, Herr Judge.
You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar.
They know, I'm a rock star. Wait.
That's when I heard them. Mr. Latouche and the detective.
Darian Crescent?
I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him! That disgusting voice! The one that took the stand yesterday!
How many times do I need to remind you? That's impossible.
Who's facing the horror of a double bogey now?
There's no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene was closed? Is that why?
Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try.
Let's try all options. The option sounds better.
Lamora, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
I've given it much reflection, but
Well, I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember.
I only heard one phrase clearly.
A whole phrase?
You remember something that was said?
Why didn't you say anything yesterday?
I thought my memory is clear. I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said.
This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say?
It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche.
The shooter then, Darian Crescent. What did he say?
Suck my dick. Oh.
It's over! Press the switch now!
Switch! Nintendo Switch! And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Latouche.
I thought it was quite strange myself afterward.
Oh my god, I had a discharge of diarrhea there. Oh, it is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? Look, I mean, sure, I'd be delighted to. It's very, very vital. Maybe we could
Anna
add
2.
that to the
Mystery
testimony.
diarrhea.
Mystery diarrhea.
Yeah.
Maybe, Apollo.
From the small window I heard the voice, press the switch! Now!
It was Detective Darian Crescent's voice?
Yes, I am sure of it.
It's over! Press the switch! Why would he say that to Mr. Latouche?
Apollo, the murderer in the revolver was Mr. Latouche's, right?
Yeah, what of it?
Well, maybe when he said press the switch, he really meant to say pull the trigger. Because his English isn't so good.
Darren Crescent is a native speaker.
Oh, right. Sorry, I kind of forgot who was what.
Ha! Oh. Press the switch.
Well,
That's not something a killer usually says to the victim, is it?
I do not know. All I heard was Mr. Latouche and the detective. I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then heard another gunshot.
There were 2 gunshots.
Yes, I heard 2, one after the other.
That fits with the bullet holes at the scene. Nothing really new here to pick up.
There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but
Why didn't you tell someone immediately?
well,
If it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens.
This may be besides the point, but Lamour isn't a citizen. Though one would hope such a common sense prevails in Borginia
she's
as
a
well.
flyktling, not just kidding.
What? Is he racist?
It's not racist.
And why is he saying that? I mean, didn't he say that nobody can leave the thing? So how could the police come if, you know?
When the kingdom comes.
Laura seems awfully quiet all of a sudden.
That's strange. Could she be hiding something?
it is as you say. Yet at the time, I was so scared. I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
You were in a hurry. To go where?
To the toilet.
I was on my way to have the backstage exit, as I have said.
Why were you in such a hurry then?
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
It very well might. Please answer the question. Did you have a bad case of diarrhea?
Are you a Rylamoir?
What was that?
Yes, I'm just tired.
Recall what I told you yesterday, her forehead.
Oh no, my power bank. It's gonna die soon.
Lamour suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
And be ready for dying.
We can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing.
Why don't you prove her reason had a connection to the case before asking about it, yeah? Oh.
Ja? Do you hear me, ja?
Yeah. Yeah.
The prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot. Mr. Justice, please continue with your cross-examination. Lamora was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was. So, something's got to be hidden here.
Maybe there's some small detail we're missing.
I guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
Some small detail we're missing.
I guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
Right.
I mean, wasn't this one highlighted like
No. But is that even relevant?
Well, we can try the other
So wait, no I can't. Ah!
So it's forever changed or what?
I guess?
I think we need to show... I believe we need to show the Switch or something, because we have it.
Well, I guess.
But I don't know if they want it now or...
I mean, but it's not really a contradiction, you know? It's just, we have this and... I mean, I can try it.
No, wait, what do we...
What do you think, Dario?
Well, I mean,
How about
this
the
is
headset?
only-
How about the...
What?
The headset. Was he talking to...
It could either be this remote trigger or the headset, yeah. Because...
Well, this... So we can't change the statement
Because
anymore,
maybe,
right?
you know... I mean, maybe... So when did he get... I mean, maybe he got shot when... No, wait, that's not possible.
It's probably from the guy who did it and left his headset there.
Well, just tell me which one should I choose, headset or switch? I mean, remote trigger.
That's why he talked to someone else.
Why is PM so fucking loud now?
No, I'm not.
Just say, PM, this or that.
Give me 5 seconds. Headset. Well, I think he didn't say it to someone else with the headset. Like a completes or something.
What?
What?
What do you say, Dario?
If I say headset, must say stereo.
Yeah, what
Dario?
does the headset say?
Receiver transmitter for voice signals with a 30-foot range. All concert staff wore one.
I think it's the headset. I think for this it's too early.
Well?
Headset. I take the damage.
Okay, you take the damage. It was wrong. You take the damage. You
Failure.
suck ass. Okay, now I show the switch, I guess. The switch was correct. I mean, it's
So my
not a
fir-
contradiction per se, but
So it means my first idea was actually correct.
no, you're
Yeah, but
wrong.
you-
You were so
no, you're
wrong. You
wrong.
set the headset.
No, but first was
I
the
don't care.
trigger.
You set the headset and I showed it. So.
Du hast mich umgestimmt. That's
No, I didn't say anything.
I want my Anwalt. Give me my Anwalt, man.
No, you get a lol suit now. A lol suit. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words.
That much time confused me, actually.
Yet there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch. Save the
Fact
lights.
is, it's Switch. Switch.
Man, why are you so
Dude, there
fucking
wasn't a
loud?
switch.
Holy shit.
I don't know, man. I have to.
Yeah.
put
Oh
them down.
shit. Because I go too close to the microphone. The new setting is wrong. It's the same setting as
problem
always.
is, you know, when I put you high up, then you're close to the microphone, and if
Anna
you
2.
put your
Turn
volume
PM
lower,
down. It's hella annoying.
then he's going far away, so we can't hear him at all anymore.
Yeah.
Before you
He's
didn't
doing
say
the
it was too
exact
loud.
Opposite of what I'm doing.
Before you
Yeah.
didn't, last time you didn't say it was too loud, but it was close enough.
True, there wasn't a switch at the scene, but
Maybe your,
it just so
maybe your
happened
setting is wrong.
I have a Switch right here, a Nintendo Switch. That certainly does look like a Switch, doesn't it? The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage! Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there.
On the stage.
Are you claiming that the voice Laura heard was of someone commanding another to press the switch? It's a possibility.
Oh, her forehead? I call that an impossibility.
Why?
It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum. The stage is quite far from the Lumwar's dressing room. Not to mention that the Gaviners were in the middle of a concert on that stage. We are known
What's
for
going
being a quiet band.
He's dying again.
Why are you dying?
My mouth
No
is
reaction.
just dry. It's just dry. You could shoot all you wanted and not be heard.
Shout. Not shoot.
Shout. You could shout all you wanted
Shout.
and you not be heard.
Shout, give me alarm.
The detective's voice wasn't loud, but certainly not a shout.
So too have her forehead's cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard.
Sorry, but he wouldn't have needed to shout.
Excuse me?
You heard what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? It
Oh,
would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on stage from the dressing room. Now it's
there,
obvious.
that was the evidence.
No, it's the thing.
Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this?
Why that's...
What? What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking?
Wow, great.
This is a type of transmitter, a communications device. Communications? Device? What I've heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, actually, they're talking between band members. We all had one. We all had one. One on. We all had one on.
You kept missing the last word there. So you admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
True, but wait, those send out an electronic signal. To avoid interference with the audio system, their range is quite limited.
Lamora said it was about 30 feet, right?
Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert forum. Oh, now I shit on it.
Oh!
Exactly, the walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
That can't be! Wow,
so
now he's
when Lamar
going...
heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage.
Ha! You're claiming this is Switch in question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could have been played in a pocket carried anywhere. So it could have fitted on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't. Oh, an unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's little point in debating it. Ugh! I was sure this was the way to go with this.
Yeah, but we found the switch. What is this switch anyways? Is this a console? We don't even know that basic fact.
Bing.
Wait a second. I do know what this switch is. And if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case.
What's up, Apollo?
Daniels,
Apollo? We know about...
We know about the
Alberta
switch, right?
speaking right
We
here.
know what it is.
Yeah?
Well, think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Oh, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning the switch... Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice! I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set upon linking the switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link.
Wow.
What evidence do you have to explain what this switch is?
What could it be?
I mean, should be... I mean, it
That's
says
the only
to be
thing.
triggered by remote trigger. Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
Oh, the music is back.
Ah! That's that.
Hey, what? Is there another one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? Igniter? You mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually.
You aren't saying this switch is a remote?
I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you. Yo! Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom! Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I'd expected.
Wow.
If my whiskers had caught on fire! Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Chrono trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you?
Exactly. That night at the concert there was one unusual burst of flame. When your guitar caught fire in the middle of your performance. Wasn't that part of the stage show though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake.
That's right, he got it in Virginia from Lamora. He said the sound was amazing. Before it burned, of course. Now it just kind of smokes.
The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Her forehead.
Yes?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by Lamoire, and the guitar suddenly catching on fire.
I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latouche and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire. Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really? It seems pretty simple to me.
Therefore, don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I mean, not that I already have respect.
Huh.
I was expecting something a little more sensible.
Ringfrei für Pixie.
I guess I was wrong.
What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin?
His simple story simply makes no sense. Ding! That night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught on fire during the second set.
Ah, it's right, of course. The guitar caught fire during Lamora's song.
Indeed. Yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated.
Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty.
See, this story makes no sense.
Are you sure about that? What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice? Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act.
Oh my god.
What's this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found a body. All of this happened in the third act.
Gunshots rang out, and according to his testimony, Machi was in that dressing room at the time. Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane!
Now on the team from Orlando, Florida,
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance. The second act! Look at my super sharp picture here.
Wow.
What? What?
Oh, filtering again. You can hear you get ultra filtered.
Order! Order! Oh, that goes against the evidence! What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, he's right, look! The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
You're thinking about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it. I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose?
Reversed, Prosecutor Gavin.
If the criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet her forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it on better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd followed the lyrics the whole way.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I love how Lamara's just standing there for like an hour and nobody's talking to her.
Jim Furyk, looking for Eagle here.
Order! Order! That would explain this most unusual situation.
Actually, somebody should
What's
make
your evidence?
What?
Somebody should make a highlights of all your orders from every game.
It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. Well, maybe it would get views on YouTube, you know, if you made an order compilation.
Okay.
Well, that one's probably easy to find, isn't it? I mean, he says that quite often.
The killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. You've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic. For it's flawed from the very beginning.
Flawed?
Yes, a contradiction, Herr Forehead. One I've pointed out several times, no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Lumwar have heard a voice through it? Again, he's using this excuse, I guess. I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact, but you're basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
Right. Lamara's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can all be coincidence, but how do I make it work?
I see more a direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, that window was closed! Care to tell us how Lamar heard the voice?
The key point, for sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice, you've got one thing to prove and one thing only. Lamora heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think, how was Lamora able to hear the voice?
I think she was
She has
somewhere
divine
else.
hearing.
Then she must be somewhere else. This makes sense.
This makes the most sense, yeah. I mean, I would have said the second one.
Remember, maybe
very,
the air, maybe some with the air thing, the air vent or something.
When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it had it been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
Oh, it's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be Burgundian too.
He's getting super racist. Holy shit.
Yeah, what the hell?
As I was saying, Lamora could not hear the voice through that window. So there can be only one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. What's this, Uwu?
You do amuse me so. Oh, fuck. And here I thought you good sense were back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and good sense speaking two entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you, Herr Ford? Lamoire clearly said she heard the voice through that small window. And there's only one small window at the scene.
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
There is?
Oh, I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well. You claim Lamora heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Lamora heard the voice from here. I guess.
I mean, this makes makes sense if it also counts as a small window.
Yeah.
There's also a small window on the other side.
Oh yeah, which one counts though?
This one.
Maybe
this one.
I'm sure maybe they want the other one. Yes, yeah.
I'm pretty sure both of them.
What the fuck? That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I must
Did it
fight
count?
and defeat sin.
Does this look like a small window to you, Mr. Justice?
Let's see you under pressure.
The state of modern society can be read from numerous objects and artifacts. In a sense, anything can be a window in our society. I didn't ask you to point out a window in society, I want a window in the crime scene!
The game starts
Point
soon.
for trying?
No time for
Lamora
warm-ups.
claims she heard the voice through a small window. And the small window we know about was closed. There's only one other thing she could have meant. Lamora heard the voice from here. Well, then it's on the other side then, or what?
Maybe you didn't touch it correctly.
Wow.
Lol,
it was
really?
that one.
Damn.
This is where Lamora heard the voice from. But that's no small window, that's the air vent!
And now all of a sudden, that's not a window.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell? Are you kidding me?
Because it was just one window and the other side were two. Well, look, what in...
She
Look,
said
what
she's
in
a
a window?
Virginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Now you've done it. You come beyond. You come beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous.
Oh my god, he's losing it.
So, Lamoire was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice?
That's the only logical explanation, yes?
Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means, Herr Forehead.
Okay, what about it isn't logical?
Ha! It's hardly merits saying. Why would Lamoire be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course.
Even though he was openly racist before. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gilbert. Isn't it, Lamora?
Huh?
You have been listening to our discussion here, yes?
Yes. I admit, it had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear it through it? I fear that our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter.
Roasted.
Ah!
The problem here is words. Lamora, this small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on the wall?
Yes, it was up on the ceiling.
What?
Power filtering.
Order!
Order! Order! I will have order! Oh, why are you blacking out? Witness! You will clarify the statement to the court!
Is it now time? Or...
Yes! Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime?
With a good stop position.
Yes, in fact, I was.
What was that?
Anything?
I was I got kind of confused on that part right there. Why did it black out? What was the point of that?
Yeah, maybe it was so loud that it took a while until everybody calmed down.
Oh.
I am sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point.
Yes, well, why the heck were you up there?
Uh,
I believe it's time for another testimony.
I am not sure, I can't.
May I remind you, this is a murder trial.
How'd she know it was
Aaron
up in the
32.
ceiling, though?
How'd she know it was up in the
You're
ceiling
here.
though? She's blind.
We will hear your testimony.
Maybe it's just climbing a
Tell us why you
ladder?
witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Well, looks like I'm on the right track.
I mean, if you go on a ladder, you would probably know even
Witness
if you're blind.
testimony above the ceiling.
This is the perfect time
Yes,
to...
I was- What? Oh my
Look,
god, look at
Spider-Man.
this picture.
It's really a big event.
What the fuck?
And the normally small.
Well, guys, we sadly have to stop already.
Yes.
But we'll see you
Raccoon
guys
Mario.
next time.
Tomorrow, extra large edition.
Bye.
Extra large tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.